several customers this week asking, what is my garden zone? And they're coming in. I think all of Sedona came to, they started gardening this week. So they were in force. It's so funny. More Sedonans, takes an hour to get over here. More Sedonans came over than Camp Verde or Cottonwood. We got Cornville, which is kind of the Verde Valley as well, started coming over. So Sedona going, well, what's my zone? Going, well, we're all pretty much the same. And so this is a zone 7 plant. So zone 7 needs plants that can go down to about 10 degrees, just 10 degrees. So well below freezing, but not crazy like I'm going to have permafrost for the next 4 months, like 8-foot frost line, like Wisconsin or Minnesota. We don't need that cold. Although those plants, that's a lilac. Those are very robust plants, but they'll also grow in a little bit warmer climate, like Prescott, Arizona, Sedona. So you all are a zone 7. If you're up against one of those red walls or something in a little hot pocket, we call those microclimates. You might have some, you probably flirt with zone 8s as well. Jerome, you're up on that hillside, east facing. I would put you probably more at a zone 8, 7B, 8, because that sun pops up and just starts warming up that hillside, doing really well. You folks right there on the Verde River, that cold air settles on you. So the cold air comes off the hillside and settles right on top of those gardens. And so you're probably a zone 6 to 7. Prescott Valley, Chino Valley, we're all sort of the same. Everyone wants to go, yeah, but I'm from Chino Valley. I'm special. I'm different. Well, no, you're not. You're the same as the rest of us. Yeah, but I'm from Prescott Valley. I'm 200 feet lower than you are. I've got to be warmer. I'm going, no, you're the same. It's the same. It doesn't come down to what is your elevation. What really comes down to is what is your exposure, north, south, east, or west. So that when that sun pops up, it warms the gardens up really quick. And so you don't have cold hit your gardens for as long. Whereas the north side, that's going to be colder just because you're in the cold. It never seems to warm up. That snow sits on the ground longer. The soil temperature takes longer to creep up and warm up and get the roots to start growing. So really it comes down to where does what's your facing, and then are you at the bottom of the hill or the top of the hill? At the bottom of the hill where those dry washes are, or by that riverside, it's going to be cooler because that cold air settles on top of you. So it takes longer to warm up. There you might be a zone 6B, which is I need plants that can go down to 5 degrees or so. Whereas if you're up on a north side, it might be that cold, or let's say it's sunny side. What's a south? Or the more exposed areas. There you might be a zone 7 or 8 even. So my front patio of our house, we're at 5,700 feet. We're definitely a zone 7. I need plants that can go to 10 degrees. But on the front patio, it's lots of brick pavers. It's south side, radiant heat. It holds that heat. I can grow zone 8 plants out there fairly easily, successfully, year after year. And so I'm a gardener. So I'm trying to go, I want to grow some of those agaves. I want to grow some of those cacti that are just unusual, that usually only grow down towards Black Canyon City and lower. So that's desert stuff. That's zone 9, 10. They never see cold. They never see freezing. In fact, those plants, if they get cold, if they go to freezing, they turn to black mush and they just melt and fall over. They turn black and just die. And there's no recovery from that once it happens. And so that's kind of the zone. So in Prescott, Arizona, right here where the garden center is, right at Waters Garden Center at 54.5, 5,450 feet. That's our elevation. We are definitely a zone 7. Our frost date here, over 100 years of data we've been tracking, is May 8. That is our last frost date, usually. Prescott Valley, you all are 2 days before. Yes, you are special. You are different, but it's May 6th. 100 years of data. It's the same. And you folks over the Verde, you Camp Verde, Cottonwood, Sedona, you folks are probably a week before that. So maybe it's April 30, May 2nd. I don't know what it is exactly, but you're a little bit warmer than the rest of us. But basically, once we get up this elevation, we're all in this boat together. It comes down to what are you facing, east, south, north? Okay, that has more of it. Now, if you're up in Groom Creek, Highland Pines, Ash Fork, Seligman, Flagstaff, okay, that is definitely, now you're at 7,000 feet. That is colder. That one you will be a zone 5, 6. So you need plants that can go down towards 0 degrees. That truly is a little bit different, but it's not as much different. It's not that much different. Really, we're all in this the same. To think that you're special, your gardens are special, are different, not really. Your soil is different. That could be a difference. So that one you want to watch. But that's zones for you. Just kind of know where you're getting past that. And what locals use is Mother's Day as that demarcation line for last frost, because it's kind of a holiday that sort of is around May 8th. It really could be a little bit before, a little bit after, but we're right there where our last frost is kind of upon us. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.